I won millions in the Lotto, and I chose to keep it secret. I asked my family for help as a test. Only one person stepped up to give me a hand. Imagine holding a lottery ticket worth $47 million, your hands shaking, your heart pounding. And then, a chilling thought hits you like a physical blow. What if telling my family about this money would absolutely ruin everything? Because deep down, I knew that kind of wealth wouldn't unite us. It would rip us apart, exposing the ugliest truths I'd spent a lifetime trying to ignore. That's exactly what happened to me, Cassie, and it all started on one Tuesday when my entire life changed forever. My name is Cassandra Wilson, but everyone calls me Cassie. I'm 34 years old, and last Tuesday, when I checked those 6 numbers, my world tilted on its axis. $47 million, just gone from the universe, and now it was mine. After the initial shock wore off, the kind that makes your stomach drop and your head spin, a very strange, very insistent thought crossed my mind. I would tell absolutely no one about this money. No one, because my family and finances? Well, that's a story steeped in betrayal and disappointment. Before that fateful Tuesday, my life was, for lack of a better word, painfully ordinary. I worked as an accountant at a small marketing firm in Portland, making just enough to live somewhat comfortably, but never enough to feel truly secure. My apartment was a modest one-bedroom on the outskirts of the city. Nothing fancy, but it was mine, and that felt important. Every morning, I'd wake at 6 a.m., make my coffee, and start my day with the persistent worry of bills and deadlines hanging over my head. My job was demanding. 60-hour work weeks became the norm, especially during tax season. It was exhausting. My family situation was complicated, to say the least. My parents, Gregory and Diane Wilson, divorced when I was 14, and both remarried within 2 years. My father, Gregory, a high school physics teacher, married Stephanie, a real estate agent with expensive taste and an even more expensive lifestyle. My mother, Diane, found love with Warren, a successful business owner who had more money than my father, but kept a notoriously tight grip on every single penny. I have 2 siblings. My younger sister, Lisa, is 30. She's always been the golden child, Ivy League, married a surgeon named Paul, and now lives in a beautiful suburban house with their 2 perfect children. Then there's my older brother, Jason, 36. Despite his charm and intelligence, he's never quite figured out his life. He bounces from job to job, relationship to relationship, and has made borrowing money from family members something of an art form. The pattern was always the same: a desperate call, an emotional plea, a solemn promise to pay it back, then radio silence until the next crisis. It was utterly predictable and utterly draining. Extended family was no less complicated. My Aunt Martha, my mother's younger sister, was perhaps the only genuinely decent person in our entire family circle. Despite living paycheck to paycheck as an elementary school teacher, she always found ways to show up when it mattered. She drove an ancient Honda that made alarming noises, lived in a small apartment filled with books and plants, and never, ever complained about her. Full story video added in below.